Welcome to this week's episode of Listen to Your Coaches. I am your coach, Mike Wilkins, here with Coach Will Morrill. And behind the scenes, you know him now, the young producer, Max Gerald. This week, we're going to get into UFC Perth and the catastrophe it was. Talk a little bit about Wanderlei Silva. The main thing we want to get into is the upcoming pay-per-view, UFC 320. And then maybe some other stuff. We'll see how it goes. Coach Will, UFC Perth.
Max, you have to bring up the card because I don't remember.
Well, I remember
every single fight.
That it wasn't very good.
According to Jack Slack, now, for what it's worth, I enjoyed it, but that's because this is the first card I've gotten to watch like all the prelims and the whole main card.
Oh, you watched the whole card?
Uninterrupted.
You watched the whole card?
It was glorious.
Wow.
And like just that alone made me enjoy it.
That's pretty cool. You never get to do that.
I know. So like, then you hear Jack Slack and he's like, oi, oi, this card sucks. And I was like,
good job. That was a good one.
I don't know how I feel about that. But anyways, let's start at the top. Reyes got knocked out by Olberg. I didn't expect that to happen. I think the last fight that we saw Olberg in, I felt was uninspiring. I was like, oh, he's just going to like step back three like he does the whole time. And Reyes will eventually find a point to connect. But he didn't. And he got cracked. And, Olberg looked pretty good. As you heard Jack Slack say, Dominic Cruz is like, Reyes does his best work moving forward.
Yeah.
Which I told you guys earlier had me like guessing. I was like...
So, hold on. So, you and Max and me, was like the same thing. Like when I heard it, right? When I heard Jack Slack, you guys heard Dominic Cruz say it.
I heard him say it. And I was like,
you were
am I remembering wrong?
Yeah. Yeah. And when Jack Slack said Dominic Cruz said that, but had yet to like shit on it yet, I still have a split second to think, and I'm like, what? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, really? And I'm like, man, I really been out of the game.
Because I was like, I remember like on this little tear he's been on, I was like, I could have sworn it was all like someone pressuring him and just like hitting pull two, from that open stance. And I was like, maybe it was just one of them and the other two were him moving forward. But like, I was just confused. Also, at that point, dude, it's like, the middle of the night, I'm tired. I'm like, yeah, all right, cool, whatever. And then Jack Slack was like, that's not how it works. And I was like, you're right, Jack. But anyways, so that's how that went down. Olberg's probably gonna get the next title shot. Not mad about that.
Really?
205 sucks, so like,
hey. Oh my gosh, pull up 205. He's gonna get the next title fight, you think?
Dude, and what's crazy is he could win. He could win against either of them, because like Pereira's getting older. Although if Pereira's like sharp, I don't see him beating him on the feet. And if Ankalaev, isn't
who's
able to...
Olberg's lost to?
That's a great question. I have no idea.
Is it outside the UFC?
No, it was his UFC debut at middleweight.
At middleweight?
At middleweight, yeah. Damn. It was Kennedy and Zekachewu.
At middleweight?
At middleweight. You got
What's
knocked
Kennedy
out.
fight now?
I think middleweight still, right?
He's either... no, I think he's actually a heavyweight now.
Wait,
because
really?
he lost to...
Hold on. Give me some clarification. Let's verify this. I need verification that this fight happened at middleweight, dude. That's crazy. Because, you're like, and I'm like, dude, isn't he a heavyweight?
Two dudes who realize, like, if you just, like, stop eating well for a little bit, you can go fight dudes who suck.
Yeah. That's exactly it. They looked up and they were like, man, why are you guys so trash?
Okay, yeah, he got knocked out round 2. Interesting. That's crazy.
How do we find out what weight class it is?
Just go to click on him and then see what his last fight was at. But if you look at all the dudes he's beat, like only like 3 of them were like remotely okay or you've heard of, Wow, yeah, he's a heavyweight.
Yeah.
Damn.
Look, his last 3 fights were at heavyweight. Mm-hmm. And then Ovince St. Preux, that's a 205er. Dustin Jacoby, is that a 205er? Yeah.
There you go.
Are you sure this fight wasn't at 205 then?
I'm pulling it up right now.
If you pull it up on Tapology, it'll show you the weight class too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tapology does have it at 205. I might have made a mistake.
Dude, if you're 6'4", regardless if you're right or not, but if you're 6'4", you're fighting at middleweight and you're having like even a little bit of a hard time, dude, just start smashing food, go up to 205, and you'll at least get like 2 or 3 easy fights relative to middleweight.
Well, okay. All right, yeah, so 205, yeah. Olberg looks to be next in line. Man, I am so uninspired with 205.
Right? It's
I'm
terrible.
not excited about literally anything in it.
Dude, look at the top 10 and tell me anyone who you're like, yo, I want to see that guy fight.
Nobody. I just looked at I'm currently looking at the top 14.
Yeah.
And there's nobody that I want to see. I don't.
There are
There's the
1.5 guys who I want to see.
what, Zhang Ming Yang,
No. He, dude, after losing to Johnny Walker, I'm like, all right, dude, that's
Khalil Roundtree.
takes you back. Oh, I take it back 2.5. Khalil, Pereira, and sometimes I want to see Jiri.
It's not.
But not Jiri is like not one of those dudes who I'm like, oh, I want to like pick up on some tech. Like if I watch like Pereira, or I watch like anyone good, I'm like, oh, I can like learn something from it. Jiri, I'm like, I just want to see this. You know what I mean?
Okay, so yeah, Pereira in round 2, so I'm at 2.
I'm 2.5 and I'm maxed out.
And then you look just one weight class down.
And you got killers.
1, 2, 3, 4. Like literally, like it's like you put this person against anybody. I'm trying to tune in.
Or even if like imagine if
Honestly,
all of them, right?
I could take or leave
Dolidze?
Roman Kopylov.
Oh, I like Kopylov. He's interesting to me. He's a decent kickboxer. Dolidze is the one who I'm like, eh. Like if you called me and you were like, hey, dude, did you see that any of these guys are fighting? And
Yeah,
didn't
you
give
know
me
what?
an
I could leave
opponent.
Dolidze off.
I'd be like, yeah, I'm interested in that fight.
Yeah. Like Vittori, Costa, Allen, Cannonier, MVP,
Io. Yeah, all of them.
Whitaker, Fluffy, Izzy, Renee, Sean. Yeah, the whole thing. And then at 170,
Pretty much everyone
literally
as well.
everybody.
Yeah.
Literally, there's nobody who I'm not like who I don't want to see fight.
Right.
And I could see like you guys being like, "Whoa, Colby," but like
I still want to see him
I want to see him fight.
Yeah, for sure. I want to see him get smashed. Like,
yeah,
dude, it's a bummer about 205, but anyways, is what it is.
It is what it is.
Both you guys, this is kind of like a side, not tangent, but a side question here because we're looking at the rankings. How many guys at middleweight do you think would have like real success if they moved up right now to light heavyweight?
DDP,
Almost all of them, to be honest.
Amava, Strickland. Wow.
The only ones who I think might struggle a little bit, maybe
Whitaker might be a little
He's a little small. How big is Hernandez?
MVP. Although MVP, like
He's going to do what he does regardless. He's either going to get taken down and grappled, or he's going to knock some
I was
dudes
just
out.
thinking he's a little small because he can make 70, but
Right.
nah, you're right.
Stylistically.
His striking's so dynamic. Dude, all of them would do. But Paulo Costa should move up.
Yeah.
That could
Honestly,
be a career
I was
resurgence.
about to say, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I think literally all of them.
Izzy might be a little small.
He might be a little small, and also
'Cause
he's
he
on
had-
the tail end of his career.
How did he look against Jan? Like in that.
Granted, Jan
He
was
lost
good
on
at the
control time.
but like,
Yeah.
yeah, he looked undersized for sure. You know who I think would do really well is the top 3 there, or the champ in the top 2.
Yeah, well, here goes the thing. Actually, like the champ, like he might struggle a little bit because he can also make 170.
Could I don't know if he still can.
Right, you're right.
I've heard he's significantly larger now, but like if you look at what he did to DDP, who's known to be a very large middleweight, and then you look down the list of the 205ers, who comes out not take down?
You're right, dude. You're right.
Dude, that's actually a legit question because I'm looking. I don't see
At
anyone.
heavyweight, maybe
At light
Ankle.
heavyweight.
Ankalaev. You think he could take down Ankalaev?
I think he would have to work the hardest with him, but I think he'd still take some
He'd
down.
have to work the hardest with the champ.
Yeah.
Like, oh wow.
You know,
No
how,
way.
you know how sometimes like there will be a dude in the rankings who's like really good, but he's like not top level, but his wrestling's unreal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we don't have any of that. You know?
All right here. So look at 205. Point to the wrestler.
Perhaps I'm not super familiar with Mirzakhanov. I can't think of the last time I've seen him fight, so I don't know how.
Max, is he a wrestler?
No, definitely not.
That's what I'm saying. Like no
Yeah.
one in here is like giving me like, oh, that's a wrestler.
Right.
In the top 10. Go to heavyweight.
Dude, I was just about to say that. At heavyweight, I think that Hamza smashes most of them.
Hamza versus Cyril Gane.
He'd have his work cut out for him, but he might get it. I mean, did you see Imavov?
Imavov,
Ragdoll
yeah,
versus Cyril
yeah.
Gane. Go
And
up
that
to
shot was
welterweight.
very similar,
Go up to
like-
welterweight. Hold on, I'm trying to middleweight and welterweight. I'm just trying to see No. Oh my gosh. what is
Hamzat has harder
happening?
fights at welterweight, I think, than heavyweight.
Below 1. So from 170 up, there is only one Division I All-American ranked in the top 10.
Damn, that's wild.
You would never guess that.
Well,
You know
you
what I
said-
think part of that is more people are staying wrestling. There's money in wrestling now.
Yeah.
So not as many people are leaving.
Also, dude, if you're a wrestler
And MMA is also now kind of like,
on a
yeah.
bit of a slide, yeah.
well, no, I was saying MMA is like, like I remember back in the day, like you could pull a wrestler and then just be like, yeah, go.
Oh,
you're good,
yeah.
you're good
It's
to
not
go.
the skill level is up.
Yeah, you
but
need-
like the prestige of being a fighter, I feel like the UFC's kind of taken. a
Oh
bit of
yeah,
a-
the prestige has gone down, and
also like
it's the exact opposite. Like
if you're a
it's
wrestler,
gotten harder and the prestige has gone down.
exactly. And also, like, if you're a wrestler and it's like, all right, I'm doing this super hard sport. Let me do something that's like, I don't want to say it's harder, but like, it's going to hurt more. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I get it.
All right.
Max, when you get a second, can you pull up the Perth card again?
Yeah, let's just rip it.
Yeah, we'll rip through. There's only a couple I kind of want to get in depth on. Jimmy Cruz, dude, did you see the choke?
Oh, yeah.
He's like,
I did see that.
like a seal with like this part under the dude's like Adam's apple, and I was like, yo, that would really suck if you were Mr. Erslan. Which, by the way, Sterling called him out, and I was like, dude, that it's not even worth that fight anymore. But he was like, yo, I think that you absolutely suck. Like, we should run it.
I think he was talking about a different guy. I think he was
really?
talking about a dude named Ebo Aslan, which sounds like just as made up
I might
as
have
this guy's name.
mixed that up. But
Well, who
either
is that
way,
dude? What was the deal with that? Were they teammates or something?
They were supposed to fight each other, and then he ended up fighting Bellato instead. We'll talk about that when we get there. Jack Jenkins, he looked good with his kicks, which I'm always a fan of in MMA. Very few guys are good at kicking. So, that's cool.
Oh, Neil Magny subbed Jake Matthews.
Brother, this is what we need to get
I would have
into.
thought Jake Matthews would outgrapple Neil Magny.
Okay, so he did. Now, okay, hold on. For the listeners, you guys need to know Mike hasn't seen the fight, nor does he know about the controversy. Let's get your reaction. Max, pull up a video when you get a chance. Don't put it up yet, though. Don't put it up yet. So this is what happened. Round 1. Jake Matthews goes out there, puts a beating on Neil Magny, right? Gets him down,
Solid.
has him in was it a triangle or a guillotine?
Well, Jake had him in a guillotine.
Yeah, right? And Magny's arm is sticking out to the side, right? So, like, with maybe 2-3 seconds left, the ref starts freaking out, and it looks like his arm maybe went limp, but, like, he's not really sure. He goes over, and very quickly, like, oh, it's fights off, right? Jake Matthews, let's go, stands up, hands up, let's do it. An instant later, the bell rings. And Neil Magny's like, dude, I didn't tap, dude. What's going on? I'm fine. You're about to see. So, after calling off the fight, now the ref goes, no, Neil, you got it, dude. You got it. We'll let you keep fighting, right?
No, you can't do that.
You can't, but he did.
The
right?
fight, that's it. The fight's over.
So then, Jake Matthews puts a beating on him for
It's
a second
bad,
round.
like okay, if he's not unconscious, it's a bad
It's a bad
stoppage.
call, but it's still the call that was made. You have to live by it. You know what I mean? Like, that ref should, in my opinion, should be like, hey, man, Neil, I'm sorry I fucked up, but, like, it is what it is, dude. You know, like, reffing's hard. I made a bad call. It looked like your arm went limp. So Jake goes out, puts a beating on him in the second round. Third round comes out.
What's the protesting like from Jake Matthews at this point?
So at this point, or in the fight, he's just kind of like,
right now, I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm maybe not coming out for the second round. Like, no, dude, this fight's over. I won. Like, it's
so
off.
he very quickly like got back to being focused, but for a moment there, he's like, no, dude, I won. Like, you called it off. What are you doing? And he's like, no, you're fighting another round. And like, he was professional, like, got back on point again. But that should have been it. So then round 3 comes. Neil Magny's coach is like, yo, man, he's getting tired. He's not doing anything on top. Now's your chance. And so Magny went out and got the submission, which impressive by Magny. I don't want to take away from that. But now, currently, Jake Matthews' team is in contact with the commission, and they're looking to have it, I don't know if they're getting it overturned or just like having it looked at. I forget what the official thing is, but
oh yeah, okay, is 100% taking this to the athletic commission to get it overturned. Okay.
Yeah, in my mind, I think that the commission should, at the very least, make it a no contest. At the very least, if they're doing their job properly, they should give him.
Now
the
hear
W.
me out.
Okay, spit it. I want to hear your opinion.
First off, opinion number one: the fight was stopped in the first, and although no Magny wasn't out, bad stoppage. It's a stoppage.
Exactly.
You just pulled a man out of a submission.
Yep.
Right. Like Jake Matthews could have continued squeezing that submission.
Yeah. What if in
You know
that
what I
2
mean?
seconds he actually did put him out?
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. So one, that's it, and definitely an unfortunate that the official would make a mistake, but that's how that mistake has to go.
Exactly.
Number two, now that Magny made the comeback and got the win, he gets his win bonus. If it goes to no contest, neither of them get it. So no Magny has to give back that money unless the UFC does
Unless they're
like
cool.
not chill. Yeah.
Which you never know with the UFC.
Yeah.
So okay, you're Jake Matthews coach, team, whatever, right? What
Is it possible that this gets overturned to a win for Jake Matthews?
That's what I'm curious about. And also, that's kind of my question for you. You personally, what do you think it should, like, if you're the commission, they come to you with this evidence, what do you think should happen?
If I'm the commission, not knowing like how to operate the bylaws of the commission, this is just me assuming
Right.
on what I have the power to do. This is a no contest.
Yeah.
I'm not going to overturn it all the way back to a win. Yeah, it just seems like the right choice here as the commission is to make this a no contest.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that's how it should be. The secondary would be giving him the win because it was stopped, right? I think that would be like the next best thing. You know, it'd be wild. What if they go, hey man, each got a submission. What if we make it a draw? I don't think that's the right choice, but
Well, and also, how does that change between a no contest and a draw? You know,
right? It doesn't like make that.
It's just where the one is
exactly
at the end.
Actually, that's a good question. I wonder how many people know. Max, do you know where? So, like, you have wins, losses, and there's two other numbers. Do you know which is which?
I would assume that it's draw and then no contest.
That is correct. However, it does not always operate like that. Sometimes when there's no draw, if you have no draw, right? Let's say like you're 3-1, you have 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 no contest. Your record's 3-1-1.
Right, yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? They're not going to go 3-1-0-1.
Yeah. That makes sense.
If you happen to have a draw and a no contest, both in your record, it goes draw, then no contest.
There's a couple guys out there who I'm like, I can't remember them off the top of my head, but I'm seeing their records. Like you see like a veteran getting like someone like Bobby Green, I feel like, where it's like 27, 12, 3 and 2, and you're just like, holy shit, dude. Like you've been around for a minute, you know?
Yeah.
That kind of record is crazy to me.
Yeah, when you see a lot of numbers in those second 2 slots. Yeah, I think this should be a no contest.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, next one. Tom Nolan and Charlie Campbell. Brother, I'll tell you what. This was one of the more fun fights of the night. It was 1 round, and it was awesome. Campbell comes out hard. He stuns Nolan. Nolan's kind of like moving around, hitting some wild stuff. Eventually gets a submission. I wouldn't say that you should watch any of these fights back, except maybe that one. That one was fun. It was 1 round. What was it? Yeah, 4 minutes. So, yeah, that's worth watching. The Sterling Bellato fight. So, this is interesting to me. I think that the UFC was like, Bellato, you just, pulled some not cool stuff, right?
Yeah.
With, pretending he got knocked out by, oh my God, who's our boy? Paul Craig, yeah. And they're like, all right, let's feed you to Sterling, right? Because Sterling has looked really good. He's an aggressive, I shouldn't say aggressive. He's usually actually kind of measured, but he's a very good kickboxer. He's from City Kickboxing. And he's like athletic, and I think I've described him to you before as what you want Carlos Ulberg to be, right? Even though Ulberg just got a finish on this and he didn't. But dude, Sterling came out, and again, normally he's kind of measured, and like he will open up, but he's usually pretty measured. But in round 1, he got after it, and it was mostly him just like outstriking Bellato for the majority of the time. He didn't look like a world beater, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. And also, I'm glad to see Bellato get cracked. Yeah. And also, Bellato like fought hard. Like there were times where he could have like gone down or like found a way out, and he didn't. So he's kind of redeemed himself a little bit in my mind. And Sterling, I think, is someone we should look out for at 205. I'm not saying he's that good, but he's better than a lot of these other guys. So
he's 8-0.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Sometimes it's like it blows my mind when you see records like that low.
Yeah.
In the UFC, I remember like Cody got there at 5-0.
Right.
And I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And then he was champ by 10-0.
Exactly.
And I'm like, dude, you've only had 10 fights.
And nowadays,
you're the UFC champ. Like,
that like doesn't happen anymore. But
Right, yeah.
at 205, and especially, I'm sure that there's some sort of favoritism because like if you're the UFC and you have a relationship with CKB, right? That's what they're City Kickboxing, yeah. And you're like, hey man, like you guys got any good people you want to put on this card or whatever? And they're like, dude, we got this guy Sterling. He's got 1 million kickboxing fights. Like get him on. Like, you know, it might be a little faster. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, but I think he might be getting his way through it a little faster. Next fight.
got the Malarkey.
Yeah.
Oh, Petrowski.
No, Petrowski. Yeah, he got cracked. Is what it is. Wasn't that
Malarkey, he fought both Kama and Devontae.
Yeah. And for most of this fight, he was getting pieced up. I shouldn't say most of it, but like in the beginning for sure. And he made some adjustments. I was very happy to see Malarkey win, given that
Young
he's
Sick Nessie.
fought our dudes. Well, hold on. One last thing about Malarkey, and Max, maybe you can pull up a picture. But I'm watching these fights, and I'm like, dude, why does he look so strange? Dude, he bleached his eyebrows.
Yeah.
Does he always do that?
Are they bleached, or is that just
Is this
how
just
they
a natural
are?
thing? I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
I remember him looking weird,
Okay.
like against the homies.
Okay, well, hopefully it's not like vitiligo and I'm just like shitting on him. But like it looked like he had like bleached them, and I was like, that's a bizarre choice.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe it's natural. I don't know. But I'm glad he won because obviously he fought people we know, so we want him to do well. Our boy Thickness, dude, he had to overcome some adversity. He was getting cracked. Now, there's one thing that I gotta say I do not like about how Thickness fights. He does like the dancey thing where it's like all the weight on one foot, then all the weight on the other, like real wide stance, like da, 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 you know what I mean? Then I'm like, dude, come on, man, you can't be training with like one of the greatest champs that there's been, and then come out and like do that little dance. Like it just looks so not.
Who's
good.
he train with?
Oh, he's Volk's teammate.
Ah.
Yeah. That's why it was so big when he fought Topuria because
Yeah.
other Topuria and Volk were in the corners. And yeah, it's like a little thing there. But yeah, he was getting pieced up in the beginning, made some adjustments, got some takedowns, was relentless with the takedowns too. He like wasn't getting them easily, but like chain wrestled, pushed hard. He's one of those dudes. I don't think that he's like super, I don't want this to sound like mean, but I don't think he's like super talented. I don't think he's like headed to the top, but he's like a fun guy to watch where it's like, he's going to push hard, he's going to, get after it. So good for him. The other kid looked good too. What's his name? Musasa. Yeah. So interesting to watch both of those guys. This fight wasn't really worth watching. Okay. One of these fights, I think it was the first one. So, how do you say her name? Is it Luke Bunmi?
Yeah, that's right. Luke Bunmi.
Okay.
Very
She's
Thai
an
style.
undersized strawweight, right?
Undersized strawweight.
Yeah. She's tiny. But, coming from Thailand, she's got good kicks, good elbows.
Oh shit.
She's the only Thai fighter in the UFC that there's ever been. And so, like, that connection to Muay Thai, I think is kind of cool. So I'm, like, kind of rooting for her.
What?
And then this other girl, was she the one who beat McCann or...
Yes.
She beat Molly McCann?
It was either McCann or it was Shayna Dobson. It was on that card, though.
Okay, I can't remember who
That
it
London
was, but I
card.
didn't think she was going to win. She didn't look that great, and then she won. But in this fight, she did look good. She was like getting hit with kicks and following them back in.
Yeah.
Just basically out-grappled Luke Bunmi. She looked pretty good, but I was bummed that we didn't get to see more of the kicks and elbows, unfortunately. But I do think it was this fight now. It was one of these first three. Dude, there was a couple bad calls, but like in the glove, holding, like, and like not like underneath, like on top, like out in the open. Like I could see it very clearly for like 10 seconds, which again, I know 10 seconds, it's like, oh, it's not that long, but like, 10 seconds is in a fight.
That's
is
an
a
eternity,
long
dude.
time. And the ref was just like,
Yeah.
So that's the only other thing of note from this card, but overall, not worth watching back. I had a great time watching it because I don't get to watch fights like that all too often.
Well, there we go. So there goes UFC Perth.
There was another combat sports event that went down this weekend. An old 205er who was part of the... Wanderlei had a boxing match against some dude who... I don't even know who he is. But some
I thought
guy
the
who's-
dude I saw on Instagram like their weigh-ins, and like the dude was like 60 pounds lighter than him.
And I don't know if Wanderlei just missed weight or they just like agreed to a mismatched weight fight. I mean, dude, it's Wanderlei Silva. Like, who
I don't
cares
think he
at that
missed
point?
weight because I mean, like the dude waited. Like, there's no way Wanderlei accepted a fight at like 163. Like,
Yeah, he hasn't been 163 since he was 10. You know,
Yeah.
But what's of note here, and I'm sure you guys have both seen the video
Have
after
not.
the fight. Oh, do you know what happened?
Nope.
Oh, dude. Okay, so they have this boxing match, right? And Wanderlei, I saw one clip of it. It was pretty egregious. It's like headbutting in the clinch and stuff. And so they stopped the fight, and I don't know if it's no contest or disqualification or what happened, but then corners get chirping. They start hopping in the ring. Everyone starts scrapping, dude. It's like a big, full-on Pride-style corner brawl. And I believe they found out it was the dude's son who, Wanderlei's opponent's son, clips him. Wanderlei out bad. Someone drags him to the corner. Verdum's in there, piecing dudes up, going super hard.
Oh, that was a horrible headbutt.
Yeah, dude, that headbutt's just like egregious. So
And they
dude,
just let it go?
check this out. Keep your eyes on Wanderlei. He's about to get tagged up by one of the dudes in a suit. Not that one. He's fine. Well, he's not fine, but he's going to come back in. Dink.
Oh.
And it's bad. And I saw a video of him today being like, oh, yeah, I've got all these headaches and whatever. And you see Wanderlei in the middle, or not Wanderlei, Verdum in the middle there. He's getting after it. He put in work there. But, like, dude.
Who's
wild.
Verdum with? Wanderlei?
Yeah. But, like, dude, it's just a shame that this fight even happened. It's a shame that Wanderlei, you know, a legend of the sport, is then doing dumb stuff like this and headbutting a guy who's 60 pounds smaller than him. And then getting, you know, put out for, I mean, how many times has he been knocked out in his career? Like 1,000?
Who's in the white shirt?
I don't know.
Who's that in Wanderlei's corner in the white shirt? He's going over there and...
Don't know. He looks like an older Brazilian dude to me, though.
Okay.
So I don't know if he's like one of his old coaches or what. But yeah, apparently most of the people in the ring are on the other guy's team, and it was like 3 of them against all these guys.
Yeah, well, I mean...
It's just, dude, it's one of those things where it's just a shame
This
all
is
around.
on Wanderlei. Like, these headbutts are...
Yeah. I mean, I don't
egregious.
think you should be scrapping in the corner because of that, but like, you know, I don't know. Dude, I think the whole thing is just a shame. It sucks that Wanderlei's still fighting, period. Like, that's just not good. Then it sucks that he's headbutting a dude who is way smaller than him. And then to engage in a scrap like this, it's like, guys, you're not like 20-some-year-old hotheads. Like, you're like 50-year-old men. Like, get it together, dude.
Yeah.
And then to get put out horribly like that.
Yeah, I mean, how old's
afterwards.
this other dude if his son's knocking Wanderlei out?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Like, what are you guys doing? So, like, this is just a bad look for combat sports all around. Like, it's kind of fun that, like, you can look back on some of the Pride brawls or, like, the Strike Force brawl. And maybe it's fun to look back on them because no one, like, really got hurt. And so it's just like, oh, it was like a, you know, little scrap. And in this case, an old man, like, actually got knocked out horribly.
Who?
Wanderlei.
Oh. I thought you meant like an old dude.
Oh,
like,
no. Like, some, like, 70-year-old dude who was just, like,
yeah,
there.
like,
No.
yeah, like commissioner, inspector type
No,
dude.
no. It was just Wanderlei. But, I mean, he must be 50, right? Like, that's not
Yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not good.
And again, it's just like,
But I mean, he was in a boxing match in which he could have been knocked out in anyhow.
precisely. But at the same time, like, it's just a bad look for combat sports in general. Like, people who don't know about combat sports see stuff like this and they're like, oh, it's like uncivilized. And it's like, man, I was hoping we were past that, but we're not.
No, we need it every once in a while. I mean, in baseball, you have bench clearing brawls.
That's a good point. And those are
Yeah,
maybe it's just because he got hurt that makes it not fun.
How about, like, you know, this is the sport that's about fighting.
Right. I think for me, the thing is like, okay, if you have a bench clearing brawl in baseball, you're like, yo, things popped off. That's kind of wild. Whereas in this, it's like they had a fight and a brawl broke out. And I think also fighting is still, it's not nearly as
You
bad
know what?
as
You
when
are
we were
right,
younger.
because, like, when a brawl breaks out in other sport, it's like cooler because now it's a fight.
Yeah.
But I don't like when brawls break out at fights because I'm like, we're already doing that.
Exactly. If
Right?
you guys
Like-
wanted to settle it, you should have just settled it.
Right? Like, I get it, like, at a basketball game. Right? And you're like, you know
things
what,
pop
dude?
off. Hey, we have to escalate things.
Yeah.
But it's like things are already escalated. And now you're making things like
The other thing
dangerous
about
for
when
everyone.
brawls break out, like bench clean brawls in baseball, it's kind of like when you watch, like when I watch, like maybe like Mickey and his friends like fight each other. It's like, yeah, like they can just go 100% all out. No one's gonna get hurt. You know, that's how I
Yeah,
feel
dude.
about, like the baseball brawls.
Yeah, dude.
I'm like, yeah, there's just a 23v23 brawl. I'm like, don't worry.
Yeah.
No one's gonna be hurt.
They're not hitting the right targets. They're throwing
They don't
with
know
no
how to punch.
force.
Yeah.
After the first like 20 seconds, no one's throwing anything with any force, period. Yeah. Whereas in this, you're like, all
You're
these
like,
dudes can.
every single person who's stepping in here is trained.
Right.
And has probably been trained
Yep.
for their whole life.
And also, like, imagine if, like, Verdum hit, like, some little dude on the other team. And it's like, yeah, that sucks. Now you have a giant heavyweight cracking, justified or not, cracking some dude who's, like,
Right.
120. You don't want that. The main thing for me is just that, and again, I've come from the 2000s when, like, MMA was very much looked down upon. And, like, it's a lot more mainstream now. But, like, I'm like, this doesn't help the sport, you know?
Man, that is crazy too. That's a good thought. Is like MMA being looked down upon. Is like how naive I never noticed.
Yeah, we were just in it.
You know, I was just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna like quit school and do this.
Yeah.
and
Well, I
stuff.
think also like the background I come from, like no one in my family is into this kind of stuff. No one in my family is into
Yeah,
sports, like period. You know what I mean? So like if you come from like, you know, like academia and stuff,
Yeah.
and then you're like this, and then, you know, at the
It's
same
like
time.
as far down the other end.
Yeah, and like also you have to remember, like it just became legal at that time. Like it was a huge, like it was definitely the island of misfits toys. Like that used to be how the UFC, you know, like marketed themselves. Is they're like, if you're a weirdo, dude, we got a spot for you. Like we don't care who you are. Like we're about
Yeah.
you. Not exactly their messaging now, but that was at that time. But anyways, yeah. So this happened. It's unfortunate.
Is that you asked about the white guy, the guy in the white shirt there? That's like just
Yeah, right there.
clobbering dudes. Does that not look a little bit like Vitor?
I can't like tell who, like
I don't see Vitor there.
that's not Vito. I don't know, but like, yeah, he just like ground and pounded that guy.
Yeah,
He stands out like a sore thumb because he's got a white. He's the only person
dude
in a
wearing
white t-shirt.
Yeah,
He does, but he also comes through like when Wanderlei first gets shoved, it just starts like clobbering dudes up against the ropes.
He honestly looks like the best brawler. Like, he looks like he got the the MVP, right? Like after the brawl was settled, he got the outstanding,
Like, he
the
just-
outstanding brawler.
dude, and he got cracked there too. There's another angle that like shows mostly Verdum, and Verdum was putting in work as well.
Where is Verdum?
He's the giant.
Oh, there he is,
in the
there he
middle.
is.
Yeah,
Boom, boom. Yeah, dude. Brawls are. You know what the funny thing about brawls is? Like you rarely see someone get like fucked up in a brawl.
yeah. 90% of the time, it's like
It's too chaotic for anybody
yeah,
to like get
really
anything
connect.
substantial.
Yeah,
on.
exactly. Yeah.
All right, let's move.
Yeah, let's move on. Next up, we got UFC 320.
Have we made picks that we need to talk about? Like, where are we at on picks?
The last time that we would have made any picks was for the Noche card, but we all had this. We picked 2 fights, and we were all the same picks on it.
Okay.
So it
And
was
we were
like,
all wrong.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, this pretend it didn't happen.
yeah. So I don't know if we should.
You added
use
it to the
those.
records, though, right?
Not yet. I'm just gonna. I didn't
Definitely
even
add it.
write it down, but I'll add it. It's just gonna be 2 losses for all of us.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what you got to do.
Real quick, before we get into 320, just like big picture, UFC still marketing pay-per-views till the end of the year, even though January rolls around, no more pay-per-views. Like, I wonder how these are going to do number-wise.
I foresee them maybe taking just a small hit, but not a substantial hit.
Yeah, I think the big hits already been taken.
I still need to see. Like for example, I still need to see the co-main event here. Like I don't care about
yeah.
this main event. And what is happening?
What do you mean?
Why is Nick Live wearing a shirt? What is happening? Scroll down. I want to see every single person's picture.
Have you seen the
No shirts.
Have you seen the photoshops that the
No
UFC
shirts.
will do, where they'll take like Kamaru Usman's arm with a belt and put it on like someone else? Dude, like they've been caught doing that. I mean, maybe I'm getting got on some Instagram stuff, but
what? Wait, hold on. What are we looking at?
I'm just saying that they got,
yeah, they're wearing sports bra. Or you think they're just? Come on, Max.
Yeah, dude. They got shirts on. All right, cool. Yeah, it just like stuck out to me like a sore thumb. I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's weird.
Live's up there in a t-shirt.
Dude, maybe he's battling some gyno, and so he's.
I don't know.
Nah, I don't think he's juicing.
Yeah, okay. So let's go. Let's talk about it. Who do you got? Ankalaev, Pereira. Why would anything be different?
My brain is telling me that nothing's going to be different, and Ankalaev's going to do the same thing. And especially as Pereira continues to age, like it's not getting any better. With that said, Pereira was complaining about fighting too often, and it could have been an accumulation of injuries. It could have been just like mental fatigue. So personally, I would prefer Pereira to win. And, I'm hoping that he's made the adjustments he needs to, and, he is able to beat him. And he does have the capability to beat him. Like, let's not get that twisted.
Yeah.
But my heart is saying Alex. My brain is saying Ankalaev.
What should Alex have done differently last fight to win that fight?
Been better.
Been better.
I would say that, like, he needs to stand his ground at certain points when Ankalaev does, like, commit to striking, and like I don't know, man. I would have to watch it back to get like really technical with it, but strike better, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, dude. I feel you. Wow, that fight bored the shit out hell out of me, dude. Done. All right,
let's go to the fight. The people's main event.
The people's main event. We got Merab.
All right, dude. Same
versus
thing.
Corey Sandhagen.
My heart
pumped.
Heart's telling me Sandhagen. Brain is telling me Merab. Like, Merab has just shut down everybody, and he's just on top of the world right now. But Sandhagen, dude, I find him really interesting. I like him a lot, and I could see him coming in with the correct approach. In fact, I'll tell you something. You heard it here first. I would not be surprised if we see Sandhagen shoot on him relatively early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Just to like prove a point. And if it's not early, I could see it being early in a later round. You know what I mean? So like they're fighting regardless of what happens. Round 2, round 3, maybe even round 4, rolls around, and Sandhagen's like, you ain't can just shoot immediately.
Dude, give me Corey. Give me Corey. And it's like, yeah, give me Corey.
For the official decision?
Yeah.
I'm going with my heart for sure. I'm definitely going Corey. What are our official decisions for the
Ankalaev? You're
going Ankalaev?
Yeah.
I'm going with my heart again. I'm going Alex.
Max, weigh in.
I've got Pereira and Sandhagen. I'm going and new on both sides here.
Right on.
I think briefly what you said about like what would he have to do differently in the main event. I do think that the one area that he could do a lot more of in this is like turning Ankh against the cage. Like the whole fight, like Ankh never took him down in their first fight, but he would just like push him up against the cage. And there were a couple of times where Pereira was able to like turn him and put Ankh's back on the cage. In that position. When he breaks off, like that's where he keeps him there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a big thing for him.
And I mean, you make a really good point there. Lateral motion in general, Ankalaev like would basically blitz on him and just shove him back. And it's like you can either stand your ground or you can start to move side to side, but you can't just get backed up to the cage the whole time.
Mike, do you think it's smart for Sandhagen to play like 50-50 leg lock stuff against Merab?
Absolutely.
Really?
I think if he finds himself in those positions, I think he should do that. Like, what's there to be scared of?
Yeah,
like,
when's the last time you saw Merab rip a heel hook on someone?
That, and like, when's the last time you saw him like hammer fist someone to death? You know what I mean? Especially someone who I do believe Corey Sandhagen is pretty aware of like the positioning and off balancing that you can do from the leg entanglement positions. I think leg entanglements in MMA, leg locks in MMA I think they're super underrated.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? I think it's because they're like, oh, you'll just get punched in the face. And I disagree. I think like if you could get punched in the face, just like it's like, why stand? Why wrestle? Why shoot? Why play top guard? We saw Jacare get hammer fisted from top guard. Are we like, oh, it's a bad position? No, we just recognize like something happened there. I think a lot of people have played their leg locks and leg entanglements poorly, therefore allowing access. I think a lot of people have played them out of desperation.
I think also what's important, you kind of like went pretty in depth on this before, is you're looking at like leg locks as a whole, kind of the way that like maybe the jiu-jitsu community might be familiar more so with like the way that Kimuras are used. It's like the Kimura is a submission, but like it's a position.
It's a position.
And like you're going to use it positionally, whether it's to not get taken down or to sweep or to, whatever.
Take the back.
Exactly. But you gave a really good explanation of that in another episode, is like leg locks aren't just about the leg lock. It's also about the position, which Sandhagen had a lot of success with, busting Figgy's knee up, and also getting sweeps.
And TJ's knee.
Yeah.
I believe too, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that Sandhagen busted Figgy's knee up without his hands being on the heel. Mm-hmm. Right? I think his hands were in like a defensive or an attacking position. Mm-hmm. One of the things is like when your hands are both dedicated to locking the heel, if you don't have the hips at a far enough distance to where they can't, access. Also, like, think about it like this. Like, if you're a lot of the positions you find yourselves in when performing probably a more substantial leg lock, you're as far away from their arms as you can be. Yeah. Like, think about, I throw a triangle on you. I throw an arm lock on you. I'm real close to your arms and your hands.
I can still grab your hand.
Right? If I'm in, like, your traditional Ashi, right, and I'm running a straight ankle lock, I'm literally, my head is as far away from you as possible. Mm-hmm. So, like, just understanding the leg entanglements, what leg entanglements allow the chest to, encroach closer to the other person's chest, allowing access for strikes, and knowing, like, when do I need my arms involved in this, and when are my legs doing the majority of the work positionally, And also, dude, if leg locks just, like, got you ruined every time, Walter Walker wouldn't have a career, Yep. Walter Walker. It's because, like, Ryan Hall got knocked out by Ilya Tapora.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, leg locks suck. I'm like, oh, really? I guess boxing sucks as well, and so does Muay Thai because fucking Ilya knocked out Volk and knocked out Max Holloway and then knocked out Charles Oliveira. Yeah. So I guess all that sucks too.
Yeah, exactly.
Leg locks, boxing, and Muay Thai, they suck, right? Yeah.
Oh, it's hilarious.
All right.
On to the next fight. 1.5 of the
my goodness.
1.5 of the guys we're interested in seeing. I think Khalil is just gonna piece him up.
Yeah, Khalil, I think, is just
he's an underdog.
Get on DraftKings right now. Should we put it in right now? Should we get on DraftKings right now? Put in the bet.
I mean, maybe.
What do you got left in your bank? Put it all on Khalil.
It depends.
You got like $4.25. Put it all on Khalil, and then you'll have $12.
Oh man, yeah. This fight I think is gonna be really fun, but like nothing to write home about.
Yeah. Next, is there anything else fun on this card? Oh, Josh.
This is very fun.
This is fun. Josh Emmett versus Yusuf Zalal.
This is just it's a very simple story.
Look at the odds on this. I
don't think that's accurate.
I'm getting one right now. I can't risk maybe missing this.
Here's the thing.
Dude, they got Josh Emmett at plus 350?
That's wild. Because the thing is, Zalal has to stay super dialed in for 15 minutes straight and avoid Emmett's right hand. Emmett just needs to connect once.
Is DraftKings not still the official UFC?
It is, but these are not DraftKings odds. These are like ESPN Sportsbook odds.
But I had to search for the UFC on here, like, instead of it being like a thing at the top.
Yeah, they're not like. Again, when we're deep in it, we forget. But like, the UFC still isn't like a real sports organization compared to the other ones. Even compared to a bunch of stuff that I had no idea was huge, like e-gaming and like
Josh Emmett is a plus 340 on DraftKings.
What's the law?
A minus 440.
Yeah, I think those odds are off. I do think Zalal's going to win, but
you do?
I do, yeah.
Why?
I think that his movement is exactly, if he stays focused for that amount of time, exactly what keeps him away from Emmett's power. But like, those odds are crazy to me because Emmett just has to connect once and get him to stop moving.
And Emmett can wrestle. He just hasn't recently.
Yeah, Zalal's anti-wrestling is pretty good. His grappling looked pretty good too in whatever fight I saw him.
Man, I got a feeling I'm going Josh Emmett, and I'm putting that mug in.
Yeah, I think based on the odds, I think that's a great bet.
Putting it in right now, and it's in.
I like Zalal's style though. I know a lot of people don't because it's like very movement based, but it is what it is.
And Khalil is running at a plus 150.
That to me is crazy. Like, what are the odds? It must be where people are placing their bets because, like,
so that's in as well.
Jiri gets hit all the time. And Khalil is just getting sharper and sharper as a striker. Jiri also isn't going to shoot on him. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, Patchy Mix is fighting.
let's go down and see what else we got.
Oh, sorry.
We have Mr. Pfeiffer.
Yes.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Well,
And a bus, Magomedov.
I don't really know anything about this guy. He's German. Interesting.
He's German by way of
Dagestan or something. Russia.
Ossetia.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about this fight. I'm not super familiar with Magomedov. And Pfeiffer, I mean, obviously he's got that power, but dude, he throws like 5 strikes in a fight.
Yeah, I'll watch him crack. All right. I'm not making a pick on that fight.
Yeah.
All right. What do we got here? Some middleweights.
He's this guy.
Oh, this is your boy.
Dude, look at the odds on that. Yeah. This is
All right, I'm out of here.
this
Boom.
is a toss up.
Max,
his
say
name?
his name.
Atiba Gautier.
Okay.
Say my name. Say my name.
He's interesting.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a lot of fun. He's what we were talking
Dude,
about
he's
earlier
only
with like a
23
6'5"
too?
middleweight.
Dude, he looks like his picture looks like he's like a 5'10" middleweight
Right.
because of how
He's
jacked he is. But he's 6'4".
Yeah, man, this is not going to go well for Mr. Diaz. Yeah.
Bro. So what we're laughing at is Atiba Gautier is built like a statue, and his opponent Ozzy Diaz is
Built
built
like
like
me.
the Marshmallow
He has a
Man.
receding hairline.
Let's not hate on that, Max. Calm
Yeah,
down. You'll get
come
old
on.
too one day. All right, what else do we got on this card? Ooh, Edmund. Interesting.
Shabazian versus Andre Muniz.
Again, not super familiar with Munoz. Edmund's one of those dudes where I'm like, he can either look really good or really bad.
Well, you know what we'll do is we'll get familiar.
Yes,
Actually,
we will.
I will not, but you guys can. You know what? These are late enough at night. I should probably be able to catch these.
Well-
Certainly won't be buying the pay-per-view because I'll be in
Asleep.
New York,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Long Island. Where are these fights at? Do they happen to be in Long Island?
Couldn't tell
I'm pretty
you.
sure these are in Abu. Are they not? No, they're in Vegas. Yeah, Las Vegas. So main card's at 10.
Yeah.
Nothing else really to
Yeah,
note
nothing to
here.
talk about.
Patchy Mix.
Oh yeah, Patchy Mix
Man, they put
fighting
him.
somebody who we know nothing about, a complete newcomer, Jacob Wicklatz.
Dude, I bet he's really good, and I bet the UFC is punishing Patchy for looking so terrible.
You think?
Yeah.
And they're not even putting this dude's picture up.
So I
Yeah.
looked him up. He's like he was a champion over in that Polish promotion.
KS.
Yeah, KSW. So he was a champion over in KSW. Like he is good, but looking at his record, he doesn't have a single KO TKO win. So it's like he's a very grappling heavy type guy. He's got 10 submission wins.
Well.
They're giving Patchy someone that he'll grapple against. You know, they're not giving him someone that's gonna tee off on his zero head movement.
Well, hey, listen, if you wanted to get a first KO TKO, if you get the Patchy Mix from last fight, that was your chance, brother.
That's it.
All right, what else is there? Yeah.
All right, cool.
Fun card.
All right, so what did we officially make picks on?
I don't know, what, 3 of them?
Okay, yeah, that works.
Yeah. I don't feel good about my picks, if I'm being honest. The first 2 are with my heart. And Zalal, I'm not like super confident he's going to win, although I do believe he will.
Scroll down a little bit, Max. Let me see what our picks on that No J. Oh, we all took Rob Font. Damn. That's okay. A lot of green before then.
Man, Max, how does it make you feel to be wrong by guessing against your boy Diego Lopez?
Maybe that honestly, I did the same thing against with Imavov and Izzy. It was the same shit where I was like, I really, my heart's telling me Imavov, but I'm just gonna go with my brain, I guess. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going with Prohaska this weekend. That's
Yeah.
why. Yeah, and Pereira and Sandhagen. I'm rocking with my heart from now on.
Yeah, dude, that's the way to do it.
I'll wear the L's on my sleeve. I don't care.
For sure.
Yeah, there you go. That's good. All right, cool. So, other than that, is that it? Is that we're good on that?
Oh, yeah, dude. I got nothing else to say about 320.
All right, so the last thing we have on our little agenda here is we have the no-gi pans this weekend, competing from the Stout Squad. On Friday, we have Erica Amoroso, Isaiah Schaefer, and Ethan Patton. On Saturday, we have Claire Butterfield, Vince Meng, myself, and Daniel Stupinski. And on Sunday, we have Brittany Bickhart making her long-awaited return to competition. Yeah. And also, hopefully, Claire and Vince will also be competing Sunday. They're both competing at the black belt adult division. Mm-hmm. And the way that works for men, if you make it to the quarterfinals, the quarters, semis, and finals are on Sunday. So Vince, I believe his bracket's in like the 20s. So he would have to win 2 matches on Saturday to go on Sunday. And then Claire, for the women, they do the semifinals and finals on Sunday. So she will have to win 2 matches also on Saturday to qualify for Sunday. But the one cool thing, if Claire qualifies for Sunday, that means she's placed.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So that's pretty cool. So
that's cool.
Yep. As far as Sage and myself, we're both competing in the black belt masters divisions. So that's only a 1 day. It's a 1 day tournament.
Right.
So yeah. And all the other all colored belts are just 1 day. The only thing that is multi-day is black belt adult. Yeah. So from my personal account, and probably the Stout account will share it, I'll post mat assignments. So the way it works is, like, you'll be assigned a mat. Like, for example, we don't know the mats yet. They're not assigned yet, but like I'll be on mat 6, and my first match, my estimated time will be like 10:20 a.m. Right? And if matches move faster, I could go sooner. If they take a little longer, I could go later, and that time varies, but I'll post those
right on
as the week unfolds. Do we want to say that?
Not unless you got something planned that I don't.
Nope, I don't got nothing planned, so we got to figure that out.
Yeah, we do.
Figure that out. All right, well, that's it for this week's episode of Listen to Your Coaches. Like and subscribe, hit the bell for notifications of new episodes dropping. If you missed last week's episode, it was about a 2-hour episode about young Max. I've been getting a lot of text messages about it. Everybody's saying, you should get rid of Max. He sucks. We don't like him. He's ugly. He's short. Things like that. So if you want to give that a listen and drop us your opinions on it, we will kindly hear those. All right. Catch you next time. Bye.